Good day, Doc Mel and classmates. I am Ana Duldulao, Section B, and I am part of Group 5. And we are tasked to report for Module 2 titled Models and Approaches in Communication for Development. As you go through to the presentation of my group mates, they have been discussing the different models, approaches, and domains in development communication. On my part, I'll be presenting the continuation of such approaches. So let's start with the educational communications. Educational communication defined as a complex, integrated process involving people, procedures, ideas, devices, and organization for applying problems, devising, implementing, evaluating, and managing solutions to those problems involved in all aspects of human learning. So this is a process of exchanging information and knowledge within the field of educations to facilitate learning and understanding among individuals. So educational communication focuses on learning process in communication initiatives. Another definition of educational communication is that it is a process and a system focused on inducing learning in people, primarily non-formal education in the context of development communication. Also, in our module, the practice and study of educational communication encompasses the design, production, utilization, and evaluation of multimedia courseware for formal and non-formal education. So as to the facilitative process, it includes the management and implementation of media-based learning systems. Let's move on to the information, education, and communication, or what we call IECC. So IEC is a common way of referring to the communication components of development programs. Use a common label in the family planning campaign. So IEC is no longer new to us, as we always see or encounter IEC materials anywhere. So as you can see, I attach some pictures as example of IEC materials. So andyan yung fire safety tips, IEC of Pag-asa, steps on how to do during earthquake, proper washing of hands, and many more. So IAC is focuses on information delivery, training, human resource development, and awareness and motivation communication campaigns. And lastly, IEC was adopted as a compromise to avoid the need for consensus on any one of the three terms, each with a different connotation and academic origin. It's just a compromise term to reflect three disciplines involved. The next one is networking or linkaging and alliance building. So this is a strategy of community organizing focuses on forging partnerships, linkages, networks, or alliance with other organizations, sectors, or communities to advocate a cause, an action, or a program. It is a strategy of community organizing aimed to enhance the strength of one's position. For social mobilization, we need to identify our allies or other persons, organizations, or movements having similar interests and programs as ours. I will put the UP and the UST or the Department of Science and Technology's partnership as an example. A lot of projects or programs of UP has been successfully partnered with UST, and they continuously striving towards mutual cooperation, understanding in promoting science and technology and the university's innovation and projects. So these are the following variety of organizations and entities that a program can form alliance with. So, sa government agencies, nandyan ang local government units, line agencies, research and development agencies, service providers. Sa non-government organizations or the NGOs, andyan ang civic organizations, private voluntary organizations, non-profit foundations, cooperatives, and church itself. Sa influential private individuals and political leaders, pwede natin consider ang Office of the President, Office of the Senators, Governors, or Congressman, and also the SM Prime Holdings, Ramon Ang, and many more. Sa local, national, and international funding agencies, andyan ang ASEAN Development Bank, World Bank, or the United Nations Children's Fund, or the UNICEF. Next one is the participatory action research or participatory research. PAR or PR is a form of action research taking its questions from the perceptions of practitioners within local context and building description and theories. So, applying scientific methods in addressing community issues with people's participation. So, the only difference from action research is that in PAR or PR, practitioners are subjects as well as co-researchers. According to International Convention on Participatory Action Research, they define it as a three-pronged activity, which includes a method of social investigation, an educational process, and a means of taking action for development. And the last one is the program communication. So according to Mackey 1992, program communication defined as a process of identifying, segmenting, and targeting specific groups or audiences with particular strategies, messages, training programs through various mass media and interpersonal channels, traditional and non-traditional. So for this one, you need to choose how to deliver the message and targeting with specific strategies and messages. So program communication is all about knowing your audience, tailoring your message, and using the right tools to share it effectively. And that's it. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something today.